Exactly 3 days before Russia's invasion of Ukraine, on February 21st, 2022, Russian President Vladimir Putin held a meeting of the Russian National Security Council. During this meeting, Nikolai Patrushev, the council's secretary, suggested to Putin that he reconsider his decision to invade, advocating for diplomatic solutions instead. Patrushev feared the Russian military was not prepared for such a large-scale operation, doubting its competence. However, Putin dismissed Patrushev's advice, confident in the military's ability to resolve the conflict in Ukraine swiftly. This belief was shared by Putin's opponents in the West, particularly the U.S. Department of Defense. General Mark Milley, chairman of the U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff, predicted that Kyiv might fall into Russian hands within 72 hours. However, this belief proved to be an illusion. Russian troops entered Ukraine on February 24, 2022, and have been entangled there for 16 months, suffering over 200,000 casualties. The situation has only grown more complicated. Unexpectedly, the Russian army, which had been stationed in the Kyiv suburbs for over a year, is now struggling to secure Moscow. Wagner forces took control of Rostov-on-Don and marched towards Moscow in a military convoy. They retreated just 200 kilometers from Moscow, following mediation from the Belarusian president. This surprising development left even close followers of the conflict puzzled. Why did a group that fought alongside the Russian army in Ukraine turn against the Russian military leadership and target Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu? Wagner accused Shoigu of corruption and incompetence, while Putin described Wagner's actions as betrayal, a stab in the back. The conflict within Ukraine escalated, with Wagner and the Russian army clashing, causing bloodshed. This internal strife stemmed from deep-seated animosity between Wagner's leader and Shoigu, predating the war. To understand Wagner and its leader, we must trace their origins. The group's leader, once a trusted figure to Putin, known as his personal chef, is now Putin's biggest threat. Both were born in St. Petersburg in 1961. By 1990, Wagner's leader shifted from a criminal past to entrepreneurship, eventually running a popular restaurant frequented by Putin. Their relationship grew, leading to substantial government contracts for Wagner's leader. In 2014, following a fallout with Shoigu over military catering contracts, Wagner was established, initially operating in Ukraine's Donbass. Wagner became involved in secret government missions, notably in Syria in 2015, and expanded its operations to other conflict zones, including the Central African Republic and Libya. Wagner's role grew from military engagements to political and economic influence, often clashing with local and international forces. Despite its successes, Wagner's operations have been contentious, marked by tensions within Russia's leadership, particularly between its leader and Shoigu. The group's prominence and the internal conflict highlight the complexities of the Russian-Ukrainian war and its broader implications. Wagner's ascent, driven by its leader's relationship with Putin and fueled by conflicts with Shoigu,